Hi, this is Prios and I am a professional gambler. Today I will give you my take on card counting in Blackjack. Many supposed advantaged gamblers tell you on the internet that card counting is an excellent way to beat the house and to make decent money. The bloody truth though is that card counting is completely useless. True, in theory you can generate an edge and win with this strategy, but the reality is different unfortunately. I will structure the video in the following way. First, I will explain how card counting works on a very basic level to make sure we are all on the same page. Afterwards, I will tell you why you nevertheless should not waste your time and energy learning to count cards, although this method seems so elegant and promising at first glance.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is how card counting works. You start at a running count of 0. Every time a card is laid, you adjust the count. If you see a 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6, add 1 to the total. If you see a 10, Jack, Queen, King or Ace, subtract 1 from the total. If a 7, 8 or 9 rolls off, you can chill as these cards count for 0 and down change the count. This technique is known as high-low. To get the so-called true count, you have to divide the running count by the decks remaining. Casinos usually use multiple decks to avoid counters from getting an advantage too easily. In online blackjack, typically 8 decks of cards are used. Let's make an example. If the running count is -2 and there are 8 decks left, the true count would be -2 divided by 8. This is -0.25. Using the true count makes sure that you aren't just counting the number of high cards, you are also considering the concentration of these cards. You should only bet when in a plus EV spot, meaning that you don't want to place any bets at negative true counts or counts that are at least +1. You could, for example, make this betting rule for yourself. Bet the true count -1 betting unit. In this case, you would start betting once the count is at +2 or better. This system also ensures that you bet more the greater the EV is, and that you bet less or stop betting at all once the count decreases. This is a level 1 count. You could instead use more sophisticated methods to increase your edge a little, but that's beyond the scope of this video. Just one more remark. You should also make certain strategy adjustments once the count reaches certain thresholds. These adjustments are called the illustrious 18 and the Fab 4. These were introduced by Don Schlesinger in Blackjack Attack. I found these tables on the Wizard of Odds website. You should, for example, start taking insurance if the count is +3 or higher, and 10, 10 or 20 becomes a split against 6 or 5 once the count is at +4 or +5 respectively. In theory, the system sounds great and it's also clearly working, but it's still worthless in practice because first, every casino knows about this strategy. The casino security looks very closely at what happens at their tables, and as soon as they recognize a counter, they get kicked out and banned. This happens very quickly as the behavior of counters is very obvious and the pattern of behavior always is the same. Often there are even shared blacklists so that you can no longer play at many casinos once you are busted at just one. Second, you never get a massive edge with this system. We are talking about only 1, 2 or 3%. Finding spots also is very time intensive. Let's take online blackjack on Evolution as an example. They use 8 decks and after about 4 decks the shoe will be changed, meaning that you will never have a deep penetration into the deck and good counts will only appear very infrequently. Third, you need a massive bankroll. Variance will obviously be huge when playing with small edges only. It's getting even worse though. Fourth, if you use these tactics in online casinos, you will run into a lot of trouble. You will not only get banned very fast, often the sites will even claim that you are a cheater, confiscating not only your winnings but often also your deposits. Clearly card counting is not cheating, you are not doing anything illegal, you are only using the information available to everyone. Nevertheless, the sites will scam you. You think this is illegal? Good luck enforcing this in front of a court. Often the casinos are licensed in Malta or even worse, only in Curaçao. The regulators, meaning the MGA or Malta Gambling Commission, for example, will not intervene and help you. I know this because I have filled many complaints against online casinos over time. Basically, all of them got declined. In Curaçao, you can't often even figure out how to complain in the first place, depending on which license they have. The only positive exception is the UK Gambling Commission, but it is only responsible for UK players. Legal proceedings are obviously not only risky, but also expensive. Moreover, they can take a long time. Who has the money and the time to sue in corrupt countries where the outcome is uncertain? I have been advised several times by Western lawyers not to take action against the casinos and/or regulators. According to the lawyers, the risk far outweighs the rewards. The best chances would probably be in Malta, because they are at least a member of the European Union. But make no mistake, assuming that you have been obviously scammed thinking you can simply enforce your rights, you must first find a local lawyer, which is almost impossible. I managed to find many lawyers who deal with gambling, but their main business is advising and licensing online casinos. And who bites the hand that feeds them? You should also be aware that Malta earns a lot from online casinos and that this industry even accounts for a not to be underestimated share of the gross domestic product or GDP. Malta is also known for being corrupt. If there is enough money involved, there could even be a threat to your life and physical condition. It is a known fact that the online industry is infiltrated by the mafia, and they don't like to have their funds taken. After doing KYC on the sites, they also know where to find you. In summary, therefore, the following can be said. In theory, card counting is a great strategy. In practice, not so much, because it is difficult and time-consuming to find plus EV spots, meaning hands with a positive expectation. Even if you can overcome this hurdle, you will still have no joy or much financial success. This is because in the best case scenario, you will be banned only and earn a little. This will happen very quickly and you will not be allowed to return. As a rule of thumb, however, it will not end so smoothly at online casinos. Most of the time they will kick you out and not give you your funds. If you are lucky, they will give back your deposit. Winnings are usually confiscated, sometimes even the deposits. Then your only option is to take legal action with an uncertain outcome. The only exception is if you are one of the lucky few who live in the UK, where you can count cards and have confidence that you will get your money if you are willing to sue. Most of the time it should be enough to just fill a complaint with the UK Gambling Commission. Have you ever counted cards? If yes, what are your experiences? Please share this content with others who might be interested. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help me with the algorithm. Watch this video next to learn about 10 dirty tricks the online casinos don't want you to know.
This is Atlantic City all over again.
You've got 20.
Hit me.
Peter, don't.
Hit me.
21.
Hit me.
Peter.
Hit me.
That's 30.
Hit me.